Night falls gently over the silent streets. Street lights flicker softly, shadows at my feet. I walk alone through the places we used to know, where every whisper of the wind calls your name slow. Your laughter still lingers in the corners of my mind, a melody tender, impossible to leave behind. I touch the edges of a photograph, worn and frail. Each smile, each glance, a story that won't fail. The rain taps softly against the window pane, every drop a reminder of both joy and pain. I remember your hand in mine, warm and true, the way the night felt endless when it was me and you. But time moves silently, unkind and fast, and left me holding memories that forever last. Even in darkness, I feel your trace, a quiet heartbeat I cannot replace. Do you feel the pull of what we left behind? Do you remember our love, tender and kind? Every night I close my eyes, I reach for your hand, hoping somehow you still understand. In the quiet of your memory, I find you there, a soft glow of love lingering in the air. Even if the world has changed and we've grown apart, I carry your light deep inside my heart. In the quiet of your memory, your voice remains, a gentle whisper through all my aches and pains. Though time may try to steal you away, I'll keep you here where your love will stay. In the quiet of your memory, I am never alone. I pass by the cafe where we once shared dreams, the window still catching the city's silver beams. I sit imagining you sitting across from me, smiling softly, holding a piece of eternity. Your favorite song plays, drifting from the jukebox there, each note like a heartbeat suspended the quiet of your memory, I find you there. A soft glow of love lingering in the air. Even if the world has changed and we've grown apart, I carry your light deep inside my heart. In the quiet of your memory, your voice remains a gentle whisper through all my aches and pains. Though time may try to steal you away, I'll keep you here where your love will stay. In the quiet of your memory, I am never alone. Trembling with longing, then falls gently, sweet and belonging. It paints the story of love, never gone, of hearts that ache.
Night drifts softly over the quiet town. Streetlights painting memory on the ground. I walk alone through the spaces we used to know, where every shadow whispers your name in a gentle glow. Your laughter floats in the air like a fading song, a melody that lingers tender and strong. I touch the corner of a photograph, worn and pale, tracing the lines where our love used to sail. The rain taps softly on the window pane, each drop a reminder of both joy and pain. I remember the warmth of your hand in mine, the way our hearts align, perfect, divine. But time moves on, relentless and cold. if the years stretch endless and far, even if life writes a different scar, when the stars remember you, I'll find you there, beneath their silver hue. When the stars remember you, our love is a light shining through. Cafe on the corner still holds your scent, a mix of rain, coffee, and something heaven sent. I sit and pretend you're sitting across from me, smiling with eyes that could set me free. The old piano in the corner plays softly and slow, notes that remind me of the love we used to know. I trace the outlines of your name in the steam of my cup, holding on to every sip like it might fill me up. The streets are empty, yet full of your trace. I feel your warmth in every quiet place. I remember the nights under city lights, holding each other close, chasing endless heights. We promised forever without knowing its weight, but our love was eternal, even if time wouldn't wait. Now I walk these streets with only memories near, but I still feel your whisper, soft and clear. Do you ever pause beneath the moon's gentle gaze? Do you remember our nights, our endless days? settle softly like a sigh through the streets. Moonlight spilling over the places where we used to meet. I walk alone, tracing the shadows of your hand. Every step a memory, every breath a strand. The cafe where we laugh still hums with the ghost of you. Your voice in the corners, soft as morning dew. I remember the warmth of your eyes, catching the light, how the world disappeared in your gentle sight. But time has a way of willing love and love in slow retreat, leaving only echoes where hearts used to meet. I reach for the past, but it slips through my hands, a fragile dream scattered across distant lands. And though I try to carry on in the quiet of the night, I feel your absence pull me back into the light. Do you feel it too, this aching tender pull? The way the night remembers what hearts can't let go. Every star above seems to whisper your name. Every shadow calls softly to what remains. Where your heart remains, I still find you near, a gentle flame blowing softly through the years. Even if the world has moved and time has flown, there's a place where our love still feels like home. Where your heart remains, the night holds you close in the quiet spaces that only we know. And though the morning may steal you away, I'll carry your love in the night where I stay. Where your heart remains, I am never The streets are empty, but I feel you in the air, a whisper of your laughter floating everywhere. Your sweater still hangs where you left it last, a remnant of warmth from a gentle past. I sit by the window, watching the neon glow, dreaming of the nights when time moves slow. Your voice is a song that drifts through the rain, soft as a memory, tender as sweet pain. I remember the nights we stayed up till dawn, talking of forever, never feeling alone. But forever is fragile, slipping through our hands like sand in the hourglass of unmade plans. Still I hold you in every quiet, every sigh, a love that refuses to fade or die. Sometimes I swear I see you in the falling light, a shadow dancing softly in the night. And though I cannot reach across the years, I feel you here lingering through my tears. Where your heart remains, I still find you near, a gentle flame glowing softly through the years. Even if the world has moved and time has flown, there's a place where our love still feels like home. Where your heart remains, the night holds you close in the quiet spaces that only we know. And though the morning may steal you away, I'll carry your love in the night where I stay, where your heart remains. I am never quiet streets are glowing like the past coming back. Neon signs flicker softly, painting memories in glass. I walk alone through the evening, hearing echoes of your name, like a whisper on the wind that still burns like a flame. Every song on the radio feels like a doorway to you. Every chord pulls me under to the truth I once knew. I can feel your heartbeat hiding somewhere in the dark, like a shadow on my shoulder or a spark in my heart. And I'm trying to move forward, but the night keeps turning slow, playing back our sweetest moments in a cinematic glow. If I close my eyes, I swear I feel your hand in mine again. And it's breaking me all over just remembering where we've been. 'Cause you were my always, my shelter from the cold, my promise wrapped in sunlight, my story never told. But time keeps unfolding in a way I can't control, and I'm left with these echo of your laughter lives in corners of my mind, a bittersweet reminder of a world we left behind. Your photograph is trembling in the glow of silver light, and I trace the faded edges like I'm holding you tonight. I've been talking to the silence like it understands the truth, that every heartbeat in my chest still belongs to you. And though the seasons keep on changing, though the leaves begin to fall, your name is like a prayer that I still whisper through it all. Sometimes I see your shadow standing in the pouring rain, like you're waiting by the doorway just to call my name again. And I ache in quiet moments when the memories rise above, but the pain is just a mirror of the depth of how we love. 'Cause you were my always, my shelter from the cold, my promise wrapped in sunlight, my story never told. But time keeps unfolding in a way I can't control, and I'm left with these love lines running deep into my soul. Oh darling, wherever you wander, wherever you roam, know my heart still waits for you in the place we call home, under soft neon heavens where dreams never rust. You'll find me there, baby, where the night still remembers us. Oh, I still feel you in the quiet, in the blue. Every memory's a fire, and it burns me back to you. I'm holding to the love we couldn't see, but your light still lives inside me, like a heart that won't behave. I've been walking through the hours, learning how to let you go, but love like ours runs deeper than the hearts that try to grow. You were more than just a feeling, more than chapters we once wrote. You were every single heartbeat that my soul could barely hold. And even though the night is lonely, even though the dawn feels far, I'll keep loving you in shadows, in the soft glow of the stars. Maybe someday you'll return here, maybe someday you'll recall how the world felt when we held it, like it bowed to us both small. If you ever feel the longing, if the night begins to ache, if the world becomes too heavy with the choices that you make, know my heart is still a lighthouse, shining warm through every storm, guiding you back to the love where our dreams were once born. 'Cause you were my always, my shelter from the cold, my promise wrapped in sunlight, my story never told. And though time keeps unfolding in a way I can't control, I still carry your memory like a jewel in my is quiet, but I feel you everywhere. A whisper in the curtains, a shadow on the chair. Your laughter lingers soft as a half-forgotten song, the kind that plays when the night feels too long. I trace the edges of your photograph with trembling hands, every smile, every glance, a world I can't command. The clock ticks slowly, but the memories race, filling every empty corner, haunting every space. I remember the nights we'd drive without a plan, city lights reflecting off your gentle hand in mine, the hum of tires on asphalt, the soft radio glow. We thought we had forever, but the world said no. Still your presence clings to the air I breathe, a ghost I can't leave behind, a love I can't retrieve. Do you feel it too when the night is near? That pull of the past, the echo of our years. I reach through the silence, hoping to find the trace of you left behind in my mind. I am fading into you, like the last light in the breaking dawn. Every heartbeat calls your name, every thought leads me back where I belong. Even if the world has moved along, even if your heart has found another song, I am faded into you, where the love we made still feels strong. I'm fading into you, lost in the memory of everything we knew. Places where our laughter lived, the little cafes, the streets, the bridge we used to give. Your voice is carried in the wind, soft and near, reminding me of every smile, every tear. The nights are longer now and the rain falls slow, like it knows the secrets I'll never let go. I sit by the window staring at the neon glow, hoping somehow you might feel me, though you don't know. Your sweater still hangs where it did that night, a remnant of warmth, a fragment of light. And though time tries to erase, and though the world moves on, I can't forget the way you held my heart, the way our love refused to be gone. Sometimes I swear I hear you call my name through empty streets in midnight rain. And though I cannot reach across the years, your presence lingers soft and clear. I am fading into you, like the last light in the breaking dawn. Every heartbeat calls your name, every thought leads me back where I belong. Even if the world has moved along, even if your heart has found another song, falls into silence like the last candle of a fire. The music lingers, soft and slow, a reminder of the love I can't let go. Maybe we were never meant to stay, but some love refuses to drift away. It lives in the shadows, in the rain, in the gentle memory of joy and pain. Even if tomorrow pulls you far, even if time rewrites the stars, I will carry you in every beat of my heart, every quiet note of my soul's scar. Leads me back where I belong. Even if the world has moved along, even if your heart has found another song, I am fading into you, where the love we made still feels strong. The night rolls in like a tide of memories, pulling me gently back through the years we left behind. The lamp beside the couch glows faint and golden, casting shadows that look like pieces of your outline. I sit on the floor where we once tangled our laughter. Will you lean your head my chest just to feel the slow rhythm of a love you thought might carry us forever? But time has a way of folding pages before we're ready to turn them. And suddenly grew too wide, leaving only echoes of what we once were. I trace circles on the hardwood with trembling fingertips, trying to bring back the warmth of your skin. But all I find is the quiet truth that losing you left a name no dawn has been able to heal. Tell me, nights when the world feels cold, do you ever drift back to where our story lived? Do you close your eyes and breathe in the memory of everything we didn't know how to hold or give? 'Cause whenever touches my window, I swear I feel your heartbeat again. Where love still lives in me, you're the warmth that never fades, the spark beneath the ashes, the light in all my darker days. Even if we lost the moment, even if life pulled us apart, there's a place that time can't reach, a corner deep inside my heart, where love still lives in me, where your name never drifts too far. Wander through the apartment like it's a museum of everything you left behind. The books you love still crowd the shelf, dog-eared at the pages where you once underlined. Words you said felt like us, soft, fragile, honest, hopeful. I read them now and hear your voice whispering gently between every line. Your old coffee mug still sits by the sink, a small blue memory refusing to fade. Some things you try to pack away, but the heart knows better. Love doesn't disappear just because it's afraid. I still see the way you used to look at me when you thought I wasn't watching, your eyes soft like a confession. You were too shy to ever say aloud, but the truth rests here in the quiet. You were the tender part of me, the part that still feels like home, even after you've gone. Do you ever feel the pull of yesterday, the way it tugs at the corners of the soul, like a gentle hand asking you to stay? Because every time the night grows long, I find myself drifting back to where we once belonged, where love still lives in me. There's a fire that never dies, a quiet flame that keeps on glowing behind all the tears I try to hide. Even if the world keeps turning, even if your heart has moved on, there's a truth that never wavers, a rhythm that beats on and on, where love still lives in me. You're a song I can't unlearn. Guitar rises through the hush, strings trembling with the weight of everything unsaid. The notes fall slow, glowing like candlelight, each bend soaked in longing, each slide a quiet plea. Reverb blooms around the melody like a warm halo of distant memories. The solo climbs higher, almost breaking, then softens as if it's whispering your name. It ends on a tender, unresolved sigh, a reminder that some loves never find their final chord. Maybe forever wasn't meant for us, but maybe love doesn't need forever. The city sleeps with the velvet sky, streetlights trembling like the pulse of quiet side. I walk alone, retracing steps we used to know, where every corner whispered secrets only we could show. Jacket still hangs where you left it on the chair, and even in the darkness I feel your presence there. The air carries your laughter, soft and fragile, a memory drifting on the wind, impossible yet tangible. I close my eyes and I'm back in that endless night, when our hands met under neon glow and everything felt right. The world seemed still, as if holding its breath, suspended in the magic of a love that felt like death. Not the end, but a burning that could never fade, a fire we ignited before the world could invade. Do you remember the way the rain would fall and we dance in puddles, defy it all? Do you feel it to the pull of the years, the ache of love folded through our fears? Every time the night grows still and deep, I hear your heartbeat where my own refuses sleep. Until I find you again, I'll be keeping the light on for you, a flame against the darkness, a guide through everything we knew, even if life stretches its miles between. Even if tomorrow hides your face, I'll carry your love in the spaces in between, a soft eternal trace until I find you again. You're the song I can't let end. The cafe where we first kissed smells like faded coffee. The tables still hold whispers of our stolen stories. I sit there now, pretending you're beside me, laughing at nothing, touching my hand so tenderly. Your handwriting lingers on the napkins we left behind, notes of a love written in shadows and light combined. I trace the letters slowly, letting my heart remember, each curve a heartbeat, each word a trembling ember. I wonder if you feel me in the quiet of the night, or if the world has taken your warmth out of sight. But I refuse to let the memory die, refuse to forget the way our souls collided and tried to stretch across the silence, to defy the distance, to hold on to a love that demanded persistence. And even as the city hums without your face, I keep imagining your eyes in every empty space. Do you ever pause beneath the moonlit sky, feel my presence like a whisper passing by? Do you hear the echoes of everything we planned, the soft vibrations of my still reaching hand? Because every time the stars align, I feel you near, though I cannot find. Until I find you again, I'll be keeping the light on for you, a flame against the darkness, a guide through race until I find you again. You're the song I can't let end. Suspended time, the melody lingers, fading slowly, a pulse of memory, a light still glowing, even when the darkness seems unknowing. Maybe love isn't about forever in a single place. Maybe it's about holding pieces of each other in the quiet, in the night. There's a quiet in the night that feels familiar, like the echo of your voice drifting softly through the dark. I sit beside the window with the curtains barely trembling, watching city lights flicker like the beating of a fragile heart. Your sweater still hanging on the back of the old chair, carrying a hint of your warmth I can't let fade away. I trace the lines of memory with my fingertips, drawing constellations out of moments we used to say. You love the way the moon looked on a rainy night, said it felt like hope trying to shine through the tears. And even now when the clouds move slow across the sky, I swear I hear your laughter ringing from the years. Time tries to pull the pieces of you further from my hands, but love is stubborn when it knows what forever demands. The night still whisper through your dreams, the way it still whispers to me. Because every time the world goes quiet, I can almost feel you breathe, like you're standing right behind me, like you never had to leave. Until the light brings you home, even if the road feels cold.
made to intertwine. You spoke in soft rhythms like poetry breathing, and I swore every word you said was tethered to the divine. We talked about forever like it was something simple, just a promise hanging gentle between our smiles. But forever is fragile when the world moves faster, breaking pieces off your heart across the miles. I try to hold the parts of you that didn't fade, the warmth, the hope, the tenderness we made. But sometimes the silence cuts too deep, and I find myself calling your name in my sleep. I wake with tears resting quiet on my skin, wondering if you feel the same way within. And though the night is heavy with the weight of what's gone, your memory stays like a melody that never goes wrong. Tell me, do you ever sit alone and listen for the echo of what we used to be? Does your heart still drift back to that quiet corner where you first fell into me? Because when the moonlight spills across the floor, I swear I see your shadow at my door. Until the light brings you home, I'll leave the porch lamp shining through the cold, a soft reminder that you're never too far for love to take hold. And even if the years keep turning, even if the story bends and breaks, I'll keep believing that some loves return, no matter how long it takes. Until the light brings you home, my heart will stay awake. Like a breath held too long, bending notes that shimmer like tears in quiet candlelight. Reverb spills wide, blooming like a distant sunrise, soft, golden, aching, infinite. Each phrase feels tender, unraveling the grief, tracing the shape of a love that refuses to fade. The melody climbs higher, trembling with hope, then falls gently like your hand once fallen into mine. It ends on a lingering, trembling note, a whisper of something too true to ever fully die. Always finding our way back to where we began.
I don't know as like an old film reel, soft flickers of you dancing through the dim glow. I trace your name on the glass of the window, watching it fade as the cold wind blows. There's a quiet ache in the corners of this room, every shadow shaped like a memory of you. I breathe in slow, hoping the silence might answer all the questions we once tried to hide from the truth. Feel you in the soft hum of the city lights, a ghost of warmth lingering in the neon haze. And though the world keeps turning on without us, my heart stays lost in those yesterday days. I close my eyes and suddenly you're there, your smile unfolding like a whispered prayer. And I keep reaching for the moment we were endless, for the love we left suspended in the air. Tell me, do you ever stop and feel it too? That soft pull in the silence calling you. 'Cause when the midnight breathes your name again, I fall into the same old moment where we began. Where the heart remembers, love never truly fades away. It lingers like the echo of a song the soul can't let decay. And even if the years keep drifting, even if the light grows thin, there's a part of me forever waiting where our dreams begin. Where the heart remembers, we're still touching in the wind. I walk the streets where our laughter lived, each step softly shaking the dust of memory. I hear your voice somewhere between the raindrops, calling me home with a tenderness I still carry. There's a record spinning in my chest tonight, playing the melody of everything we were. The soft guitar bends through the quiet, just like the way your hand used to trace my world. I still keep the sweater you left behind, the one you said felt like a sunrise dream. Sometimes I wear it just to feel your warmth, pretending time hasn't torn through the seams. I know love changes, but it never disappears. It settles in the fragments time can't erase. And even though you're somewhere beyond my reach, your memory lives with the rhythm of my days. Tell me when the night rolls in like a tide, do you feel the pull of the past inside? 'Cause when the stars lean close to touch my skin, I drift back into the moment where we first began. Where the heart remembers, no goodbye can sever the truth. Love circles like an old familiar river, flowing back to the place it first found you. Even if the distance stretches constellation, the melody tracing everything we tried to hide. Each phrase falls quietly into the stillness, a confession song without a voice, a tremble, a shimmer, a fading spark. The guitar aches with the weight of our choice. Slowly it climbs into the softest light, hovering on the edge of goodbye. And gently it falls, leaving only the echo of a love too deep to fully die. Maybe we were meant to lose each other, so we could learn what forever really means. Maybe love grows brighter in the long.
Night feels heavy as usual, hanging low like velvet clouds, and I'm sitting by the window where your voice once filled the house. The record player spins a love song from a time we used to know, the needle tracing every promise we believed could never go. Your picture on the dresser, the way you left it years ago. And sometimes when the lamplight hits, it feels like you still glow. I touch the frame with shaking fingers like I'm reaching for your skin, wishing time was kind enough to let me hold you once again. I pour a cup of something warm, though it never calms the soul, just another quiet ritual in the space you used to hold. The curtains sway like you're passing by, a ghost of grace and light, and suddenly the room feels smaller, just like every lonely night. You said love was something endless, something soft and something true, but I never learned how fragile one small moment could undo. Now every silence in this room lives like a memory's last breath, a whisper of what mattered most, a love too deep to ever rest. If I could break this deep, time keeps pulling like a tide, I'd run through every shadow just to reach the place you hide. Some hearts don't learn to wander, some souls refuse to bend, and mine keeps drifting back to you again and again. If forever finds us again, I'll be waiting where you left me, in the glow of fading streetlights, where your heartbeat used to press me. If the world ever brings you home, I'll be right here still the same, holding on like quiet thunder to the echo of your name. And if love can cross the distance, if time dares to make amends, I'll open up my arms again. If forever finds us again. Creek at midnight like they did when we were young, when we
we'd sneak down for whispered talks till the rising of the sun. You'd trace constellations on my back, draw wishes on my skin, and I believed in everyone like they were written deep within. I still see you in reflections of the rain on summer nights, in the way the city breathes beneath the haze of amber lights. It's strange how even emptiness remembers how you smiled, how it keeps your voice like treasure, soft and broken, unreconciled. I walked the roads we wandered through when life felt like a gentle storm, when every heartbeat, every moment felt like something to transform. The bench beneath the willow tree still holds our names carved there. A crooked little memory time was never meant to repair. Sometimes I sit beside it just to feel a little less alone, pretending you're beside me with your tired whisper tone. The wind through all the branches sounds like something you would say, that love never truly leaves, it just finds a different way. If I could turn the clocks back to the night we almost broke, I'd hold your face in both my hands and take back every word I spoke. Some wounds are made of silence, some truths too sharp to make. Night feels heavy usual, hanging low like velvet clouds, and I'm sitting by the window where your voice once filled the house. The record player spins a love song from a time we used to know, the needle tracing every promise we believed could never go. The picture on the dresser leans the way you left it years ago. And sometimes when the lamplight hits, it feels like you still glow. I touch the frame with shaking fingers like I'm reaching for your skin, wishing time was kind enough to let me hold you once again. I pour a cup of something warm, though it never calms the soul, just another quiet ritual in the space you used to hold. The curtains sway passing by, a ghost of grace and light, and suddenly the room feels smaller, just like every lonely night. You said love was something endless, something soft and something true, but I never learned how fragile one small moment could undo. Now every silence in this room lies like a memory's last breath, a whisper of what mattered most, a love too deep to ever rest. If I could break this distance, the time keeps pulling like a tide, I'd run through every shadow just to reach the place you hide. Some hearts don't learn to wander, some souls refuse to bend, and mine keeps drifting back to you. night like they did when we were young. We'd sneak down for whispered talks till the rising of the sun. You trace constellations on my back, draw wishes on my skin, and I believed in everyone like they were written deep within. I still see you in reflections of the rain on summer nights, in the way the city breathes beneath the haze of amber lights. It's strange how even emptiness remembers how you smiled, how it keeps your voice like treasure, soft and broken, unreconciled. I walked the roads we wandered through when life felt like a gentle storm, when every heartbeat, every moment felt like something to transform. The bench beneath the willow tree still holds our names carved there. A crooked little memory time was never meant to repair. Sometimes I sit beside it just to feel a little less alone, pretending you're beside me with your tired whisper tone. The wind through all the branches sounds like something you would say. The love never truly leaves, it just finds a different way. If I could turn the clocks back to the night we almost broke, I'd hold your face in both my hands and take back every word I spoke. Some wounds are made of silence, some truths too sharp to mend, but I'd rewrite every ending just to start with you again. If forever finds us again, I'll be waiting in the quiet, in the hush between the heartbeats, where your love still shines inside it. If the dawning of tomorrow ever carries you back home, I'll be standing by the doorway so you never walk alone. And if love can cross the distance, if time dares to make amends, I'll open up my arms again. If forever finds us again. Warm electric guitar cries softly through the night, every note bending into sorrow, rising with a trembling light. Echoes falling like teardrops, shimmering through the air, each one sounding like a promise, like a